Did you know Mojang considered adding a grappling hook? Or that monkeys are already in development? These are 29 ideas that Mojang teased for Minecraft, and some of these could even be in 1.19. Nowadays, we use emeralds for trading, but if this suggestion gets added in, we could use them for tools and armor as well. That sounds crazy since it is just a currency right now, but this has been under review by Mojang, so there might be a time where we walk around the village like this instead of this. But the balance in here would be pretty awkward, since emerald ore is harder to find than diamond, but you can also get a lot of them through trading. So maybe it's best to have them as a tier between iron and diamond that would make sense. That is, if it even gets added in the first place. In Minecraft, we've got a standard jump, a 5-block jump, and someday we'll have a double jump too. According to Mojang's website, they're looking into an enchantment that, when on your boots, scores you a chance to jump once off the ground and then a second time in the air, which could be very useful for parkour or just saving yourself from sudden doom. Archaeology won't be in Minecraft 1.19, but it is supposed to come to the game soon. First shown off in the reveal trailer for the Caves and Cliffs update, this feature would see the player using a brush to sweep through dirt and gravel to find special artifacts. Artifacts that we could use, among other things, to create these special clay pots. And don't worry, it hasn't been abandoned just yet, since the gameplay developer at Mojang says that there's still a plan to work on it, meaning there's hope, but it might just take a while. Minecraft's deserts are pretty, well, deserted, but not for long. And that's where this feature comes in, the Oasis. And not only could this give us a chance to see palm trees, but we could also get special vegetation blocks like these grass-sand hybrids, all of which are better than just another pointless well out in the desert. This is what an apple tree looks like in 1.18, and this is what an apple tree could look like in 1.19. At least, it's possible, since Mojang has teased that they're looking into adding additional fruit growing on trees and bushes. And honestly, just the concept of having more logs and blocks to play with, let alone new foods to farm, that all sounds good to me. And harvesting those new fruits would fit perfectly into this other biome that Mojang teased. Welcome to the Cherry Blossom Grove, a new biome that we could see in the future of Minecraft. And though this hasn't been officially announced, it has been teased through Mojang's suggestion form, so we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed that they follow through. Here we get beautiful new trees with pink flowers instead of the regular leaves. And the Biomes of Plenty mod already has the right idea for this, so I'd say take that concept and run with it. In Bedrock, you can move a chest with a piston, but that doesn't work in Java. At least, it doesn't for now. But there might be plans to add in parity between the two versions so that we could push tile entities in Java. If anything, Nembon, who made the carpet mod where you're able to push these tile entities, now works for Mojang as a senior game developer. So I'd figure it's not that far out. And you can mark my words, as soon as this gets added to the game, Mumbo's gonna be rejoicing for a while. What biome is this? Is it a plains biome or a forest biome? Well, you're both wrong, because it's actually an ice spikes. Or at least, it is now thanks to the new set biome command. As it's been talked about, the idea would be to let creative map makers switch which biome that they're in. So if you don't want rain in your forests, just switch it to a desert biome, or vice versa. And even just being able to change the color of grass in an area would be enough to justify this feature. Though the grass doesn't seem to be the only thing changing color, because as you'll notice, Minecraft's trees are ready for a change. Or 4 changes really, since having the features change is already a feature currently under review by Mojang. And Dinnerbones even said as much, saying that there's an idea to have 500 days to a year, which at 20 minutes for a Minecraft day would be nearly 42 hours of in-game time for a season, which means you could spend an entire 100 days Minecraft challenge without ever seeing the leaves fall. But even if we just get a minor change, kinda like how Bedrock's leaves turn white with the snow, that'd still be a welcome addition. Behind closed doors, Mojang has talked about adding a jellyfish mob to the game. And how do we know this? Well, they said it themselves. See, in the comments on this post, one of Mojang's registered staff mentioned a conversation that the team had had about adding a jellyfish to the game, even referencing the fact that they showed off the concept pictures that the user had included. So it's definitely on their radar. And if you ask me, this sounds like what the glow squid should have been in the first place. This is a wolf that spawned in a snowy biome, and this is a wolf that spawned in a plains biome. Or at least, that's the idea behind this new Minecraft concept. Here, the wolves would have different breeds depending on where they came from, meaning our classic gray wolves might come from a tundra, while a more domesticated dog could spawn in a village. And an addition like this could really change man's best friend into man's best friends. Or if you're not a dog person, these other variations should be better suited for you. As it is, we could be seeing different colors and patterns for our pigs, cows, and chickens. That way, instead of just one type of black cow, you could have a whole spectrum of colors in your animal farm. And hey, mobs like cats and axolotls already have this, so it's nice to know that this could happen for the other mobs. mobs. Rice is a staple food in many countries, and even though it's not in Minecraft just yet, the team did start looking into adding it back in 2018. And with all of the new recipes that we could craft with this could be a new way to make our standard foods feel even more hunger. And now it's probably just a case of waiting until Mojang finds the right update to tuck this feature into. This is creative mode, this is spectator mode, and this is camera mode. According to Dinnerbone, adding in more advanced camera controls for cinematics is still on the list. Though, take that with a grain of salt, since this tweet was back in 2014. But hey, it hasn't been deconfirmed, so I'd say there's still hope. And since there's no replay mod for Bedrock Edition, I'd love to see that version finally get these features as well. This is what a Minecraft beach could look like. And since 2018, this has been in talks of getting added in. And if it is, it could look something like this, or even take inspiration from the huts you see down in Bora Bora, or even Pokemon's Pacific Log Town. And any of those options look a lot better than a village spawning awkwardly like this. So if Mojang is still considering this, I hope that they look toward fan creations like this for inspiration. But be sure to keep an eye out for any crowds while you're visiting that beach village, since those could also be added to the game. In the future, we could see these little guys walking side to side on the revamped beaches, pinching anyone that gets too close. But if you do manage to kill them, they could offer up a new food source in the form of crab legs. Or maybe you're less violent, in that case, just play some music. I hear that they like to rave. What if instead of jungle temples like this, we got this instead? For some time now, Mojang has considered revamping the current naturally generated structures to have a new look. So in the future, we could see a whole different kind of village and outpost than we're used to. And on top of that, in a Reddit AMA, Dinnerbone expressed interest about adding more unique structures for biomes that don't have one, like the extreme hills, the dark forest biome. And personally, I think that the changes to 1.19 perfectly justify a swamp village finally getting added in. Now, beds are made with wool, banners are made with wool. I think you can see where I'm going with this. So it'll be good to know that Mojang is currently reviewing using banners for bedsheet patterns in the future. And after looking at this mod's proof of concept, it's clear to see how well this kind of customization could work. And that's not the only item Mojang's hinted at using banners with. But before we can talk about those, we need to look at these building blocks. As you'll see, these concrete stairs and terracotta slabs might be coming in a future Minecraft update. Now, many fans in the community want to see some kind of colorful slab or stair added into the game. And thankfully, Mojang's noticed this, and now there's a good chance we could see these in an upcoming update. But when that'll be, no clue. Though with nearly 14,000 votes on the feedback website, I don't imagine they'll forget about this anytime soon. And when they're added in, why not fly down those colorful stairs with a colorful elytra as well? As you'll see, dyed elytra are another concept that's been mentioned. And frankly, it makes a lot of sense. We can already have different elytra with a Minecon cape, so why not let us use the banner designs and customize the wings as well? I mean, it doesn't seem like any Minecon events are going to be happening anytime soon, so it's a fair trade-off for any new fans. In Minecraft 1.19, we're getting chest boats, and after that, larger boats might be next. This suggestion was first considered back around the update Aquatic, but with the new changes to boats in the Wild update, it might be time to revisit. Hey, even we showed off the idea in our 1.19 speculation video, so there's clearly a way to make this happen in Minecraft. So if you've got 3 people in your friend group, you might not have to wait too long before all of you can explore together. I'd like you all to meet my new pet, Mr. Owl. And you see, Mr. Owl is a new tameable pet that could make it into Minecraft. And the idea that Mojang's hinted at is that this mob could be tamed like a parrot, but instead of dancing to music, you could use them to deliver things like written books as messages. And from there, you can send it to your friends or your enemies. Your pick. Most people light TNT like this, but now we can light it like this. See, this mentioned feature could allow us to lay down gunpowder as a fuse and then light it to catch fire along the trail. That way, when your TNT contraption explodes, it doesn't explode any of the valuable redstone with it. And this might even be a way to send a path of fire towards your enemies. Just saying. But you might be worried that a change like this could make gunpowder a lot more like redstone. But don't worry, because there's still an insane change planned for redstone as well. And we'll talk about that shortly. Because first, we gotta look at Minecraft's new grappling hook. Surely enough, the idea of a grappling rope was tossed around back in 2018. And the idea as stated is that this would function as an early game alternative to the Ender Pearl, allowing players to easily get around the jungle trees and ravines, but with a much shorter range than the Ender Pearl. Though another plus for a grappling hook is that you won't have to take damage when you reach your spot. Just make sure it doesn't break while you're trying to use it. And with an easier way to get around the tall trees, these monkeys could offer up another reason to explore the jungle. Currently, the top of the jungle is pretty barren, so it's good news that Mojang currently has monkeys under review, and hopefully we'll be able to see these new mobs on top of the canopy. Maybe they could even function like the dolphins do, being passive at first, but if you get one mad, the whole barrel of monkeys will attack you. They did already design a monkey for the China-exclusive mob vote, so maybe that hard work could still come back and make it into the final game. Now, instead of doing redstone like this, in the future, we do redstone like this. Sure enough, even if Mojang isn't planning vertical slabs, vertical redstone is still in the picture, and when you look at it, it seems like a natural evolution of redstone. I mean, redstone's basically the electrical cabling of the Minecraft world, so why not let us run the wires along the wall? And when you can power a signal like this, instead of this whole mess, it's so much nicer. This new feature transforms Minecraft's nighttime from a nightmare into a dream come true. With these shooting stars, we have the chance for a real rare event to shoot across the night sky. But there's still one problem. You haven't subscribed yet. Ugh, that's bad, sorry. But there's still one problem. Even though this was shown in the official Taiga Biome trailer, those trailers aren't always accurate to the game, so maybe this is just wishing upon a star. What if I told you that you can hatch the Ender Dragon egg? Well, as crazy as it sounds, it's actually come up at Mojang Studios. Apparently, there's been talks of having some way to tame an Ender Dragon as a pet, and while this post mentions having different elemental powers for each one of them, I think just having a baby version of the Ender Dragon that we could raise as our own, that'd be cool enough. And gauging by all of the viral videos that have been made on this subject, I doubt I'm the only one that thinks such. Did you know that Mojang considered adding in a Soulfire Blaze? Surely, in the Ask Mojang Midsummer Special, Jeb confirmed that they liked the idea of adding a Soulfire mob, but they weren't entirely sure if it'd be another variant of the Blaze. So perhaps more likely than that would be a new mob that's tied to the Soulfire in some way. And my vote for that is this user's concept of using a Soulfire Wolf, which already looks perfect for Soul Sand Valley. And with that, folks, YouTube thinks that you might like this video, so see if they're right and have a good one, alright?